Would you want them on the centre or on the drive?
Just stick it right back in, and then obviously one of your Forstner bits.
Better go for the smaller one, aren't I?
Yeah.
Mid-size.
And then where's your chuck?
Okay. That one fit there, won't it?
Yeah, that'll do that. If you've got your chuck there. You got your chuck? Your chuck door on there? Alright. You take two of the jaws off.
Yeah.
Opposite each other.
Hey?
That.
Oh, what? Take them off from there? Yeah, okay.
Then you can hold a bit of wood. Not the right size.
Yeah.
So the two opposite each other. Yeah, so if you take the two opposite jaws off, then obviously you can put a stock in there and hold it in the jaws and use it as a drill press, really. And it's just the way of sort of utilising what you've got rather than having to never taken them off before.
Not much. Only just to
Yeah.
sell.
Well, one of these, I've got a whole load of different ones. Basically, because at one stage they weren't that expensive, well, they didn't seem that expensive. Now you look at them, it's pricey, yeah. But most of the time you only use the sea jaws. So obviously, if you make that onto the right then. Right, obviously you want to put a square line round your block when you.
He's right there.
Oh right. They're a bit stiff those, aren't they? That's where you sort of need that longer.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm going to have to find. I've got some.
You're getting as bad as me. Obviously, by putting it in there, it should self-centre anyhow, so we haven't got to worry about. As I say, if you do it from all four sides, just halfway through, that should give you a clean hole in the middle. And something's not square because that came out 1/8 of an inch. Isn't that? I don't know how I managed that then. Thought I was coming round there all right, but it was 1/8 of an inch out by the time I got
failing, aren't
I expect I wasn't holding it square through something. Right, anyhow. Even though it's still not coming out quite right. Oh well. Nobody can look all four sides at the same time. So obviously you just open your jaws up. Wherever the chuck key is.
You there? There it is.
and hopefully that will open wide enough to before it falls out. Get that out of the way for the moment. Get that round there and out of the way then. You'll see that clears the bed. This slides beautifully on there. We just want to centralise that on the point. Bring that up. Once we got enough. That's the other thing I've found quite often. You start doing these things and you've got the quilt too far out and you can't get the depth. Mainly because you sort of hold it too far back. Right, that's that. Right, I'll leave you to drill that then. So, round all four sides.
In general, you will see some personal beauty.
Just obviously, just watch out for the
Hitch.
swings. It's about halfway through and then just move it around and don't have it set too fast. Hey! That's a bit fast. No, slow. Turn it down. It's right.
That's a thin tail.
Yeah. Very readily because they don't clean particularly well, do they? Not that was if we that was a number one check on the Axminster one. I always make sure you've got the speed turned down before you start. I did watch a video with some American and he had the most enormous bit of wood in this lathe and it wouldn't bolt it down. And the damn thing was vibrating everywhere. And he stood in front of it and started to turn it and I thought, you're a braver man than I am because I couldn't have been anywhere near it. Some of these people have got no fear, haven't they?
Yeah.
You think to yourself, at the end of the day, you can do yourself an awful lot of nasty injuries. Very easily. And that's about halfway, is it?
So do a little fraction more, I think.
Yeah, it wasn't, not, as long as it's deep enough in that you turn the next one in and you I should do the other two holes just in case, Chris. I should do the other 2 holes on the chuck. You know, there's 3 positions in of the chuck.
Yeah.
Just it should be all right, but
to be quite honest, I was doing that on the one when I was in Axminster.
yeah. He told you not to, didn't he?
Well, no, he said by all means do it. He said that's a sort of engineering thing, but he said, to be quite honest, don't bother with wood.
Well, the thing is that I was listening to the video done by one of their experts, and he was saying each time you leave the leg, you can come back.
Tighten it.
Tighten it, yeah. And each time you switch it off, make sure you put it back to zero. If you walk away from it, always put it back to 0. Every time you start that, wind it back. He said because it's good practice to get into the thing of checking everything.
Yeah, the last chap that used to put a ball and left it on fire.
But it's just good practice to get into the habit of doing this.
I do.
I was a bit surprised because that's a bit of softening. It's not terrible. It's surprising how much out of balance it is, isn't it? You don't realise how much. You wouldn't have thought that was that much out of balance to cause the. I suppose, as you say, really, we ought to have changed the belts and put it down on a lower setting. Well, it's on a middle setting. It's not on.
Yeah, it's not on the.
Not on high or anything.
It's medium. But to be quite honest,
that's about what
I stay on that one most times. But
yeah, I very rarely change the belts on mine. I think I've got. Not sure whether I've got 3 or 5. I mean, with the varying speed, most of the time it stays within acceptable tolerance. It's only when you do something like this, it's out of balance. We tend to do the same sort of things all the time, don't we? So you basically tend to sort of set at the same speed.
well, it could almost go through, but
Oh, you're not through?
no, not right through.
Well, if you're that's the opposite side to the other one, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll go right through. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, I'm quite deep, so
Yeah. I mean, obviously, what they normally do is put a bit of tape around the shaft to sort of give them the depth. Really.
yeah.
Obviously, we didn't bother with that.
Well, right through to about there.
Oh right. So
not-
didn't you go that deep with the first one?
I couldn't have.
Oh, I don't know. Let's have we'll take it off and have a proper look. Maybe it's just pushing the centre out.
It might be moving off the
But
centre.
they do tend to push the sort of centre bit down, don't they? Is it?
I can see daylight.
Oh, so it's not. Is it not loose? Should be.
Yeah, not quite.
Right. It's surprising sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah.
How deep. Yeah, you get conflicting views from people, as you say, like he said, not go in. But it's good practice to
Do the 3.
do the 3, yeah. And it's like everything else. If you do it all the time, but this is like you were saying. The difference is when you're you're talking about it as well as doing it, and not totally concentrating on
what you're doing.
What you're doing. Yeah. I mean, obviously, the main thing is obviously as well to stand out on the line of fire as well, just because it does come out. Then stand directly in front of it. Yeah, that seemed even more out of balance, didn't it?
Yeah, I think that's probably one thing.
You pushed this room off?
Yeah, not free. Not too bad actually.
Oh, yeah,
Not really good.
Yeah, nice enough. Yeah. Other way then? I did have some tape. Obviously,
there's some masking tape just there, underneath that, underneath the top, the box. If you did the front up.
Oh right, yeah. At least it'll give us some idea of the depth. Hot?
No, it's not hot. It's a bit further, isn't it? That's good.
That's a dim, because it's got to be. That's got to be more than halfway. Oh, they've got one. Yeah, that's over an inch. Yeah.
Right, done clear. Clearing out quite well on this course.
Yeah. Well, they're relatively new, I think, aren't they, a lot? It makes a big difference when they're new and sharp, doesn't it? Like everything else, once you depend on the sharp these things, then you can go on wherever. But it does compact, doesn't it? And that's the thing that they don't clear well. I don't remember much about them, do you? In the past, you used to have the sort of like
well, the
normal sort of. I suppose it wasn't really till electric drills and things like that came in that forstner bits really came in. I don't. They're probably laughing these days when you turn up the wheel brace or a carpenter's brace on site, isn't it? So the only thing they might use a carpenter's brace for these days is for difficult to get out screws. But now you haven't got sort of big straight slotted screws. They're all posi drive, torque drive or whatever, and by the time you get to them these days, if they don't come out straight away, you've got a messed up head anyhow, haven't you? It's not, whereas the old slots, you could always clean them out. And
that's right, you had a chance.
Yeah, that's it. And the other thing, obviously all these modern screws are case hardened, aren't they? And, but, you know, you buy an 8 screw, and you haven't got that shank that you had on the traditional wood screw.
That's right, you can't rely on it being
and you think to yourself, well, that can't surely, even if it's case hardened, it can't be as strong, especially when you're putting it into galvanized joist hangers and things like that, or restraining straps. And you think, well, the whole idea of a restraining strap is like a shear, isn't it? It's a shear. And you think, well, if you're not using a full proper screw with a proper shank on the head, then basically it's not holding much, is it? I mean, we did them several ways. Sometimes you sort of drive a 4-inch nail into the Salcom block, but really you should have screwed and plugged them. But then if you're screwing and plugging, it means you've got to put it up, drill the hole. Yeah, and put the plug in, and then we always used to put restraining straps on. You did the roof, you know what I mean? So they're hanging on the wall, and then you fix it, and you came back and did the first and second, the first fix, basically. Not good idea to stick your finger in there, is it, Gerald? Right, is that on?
Yeah. No, too bad.
You didn't do these locking screws up, did you? Yeah. Heavy old things, aren't they? Yeah, they're heavy old things. Yeah. I don't think they've got a stainless steel one. Mine are just ordinary steel. It almost makes them slippery, doesn't it?
Shut down the Forstner bit one block.
Oh, there's those screws I had the other day, look. See? They're snapped off. Because it was a hard... That's another thing, isn't it? I mean, although it went in well enough, it's a different job when it comes to trying to take it out. That's the other thing. That's the other beauty of softwood, you don't really need the mask on, do you?
No.
Besides that, it's a lot easier to work as well. What's its center? That was the other thing when he was turning that. bowl. He went in with a parting chisel on the back to start the initial cuts on his for the mortise for the chuck jaws, which I was a bit surprised at. But as I said, I suppose it's different techniques all the time. I think he'd been a production turner before he started, from the way he was. But that's it. When you've done thousands of hours on these things, it all becomes second nature, doesn't it? When you only do a bit now and again, it's not quite the same. You just all need to take these sharp edges off, wouldn't you? On the chuck.
Well, I don't know.
Just sort of not the sharp. They've done the sharp around there, but you'd have thought just on there, because you can see there's a little bit of burr in there, isn't there? If you look. I thought they'd just knock those edges off a little bit. Same there.
Well, there weren't any burrs on there before. I think they've just been dropped.
I'm trying to say something.
Okay.
I'll bring it home next time. Right then. You still got the pencil? Just to sort of give you a little idea of sort of like the shape of the thing. Just put a couple of lines round.
Well, I can go.
Yeah, you can go as high as you want. Just leave it.
Leave it as
That's the sort of main areas to get in.
I
think I'd go a little bit higher.
Than that.
Yeah, it looks a little bit low, doesn't it?
Go for that one, I think.
Right.
Go for that one. Yeah.
It looked a bit to one side on cross. It just went that way, did it?
Yeah, I think so. Oh no.
That's the trouble with these things, isn't it? And you're a bit high.
Yeah.
Wants to be about.
Yeah, I was going to set up
a little bit. You hadn't said it. I thought you said it.
No, I haven't set.
Sorry, I thought.
That's all right.
I thought you'd set it. Right. Obviously, just round it off. Round it up to start off with, and then we can play from there. After finish. Wind your speed back. Start. That. Got the headstock on.
What do we have on then?
What?
No,
I had that in when I took the check off.
Ah, right.
Sorry. Not paying attention again. So you can turn your speed up. I would leave it like that. Angle down the handle and gradually raise the handle to engage. And lean it towards the way you go.
good enough for that one. Oh. Smaller one than that, because it's a bit big. Because this is almost, it's not miniature, but it's into, maybe that would be the better one.
There's no pan. What's the, you're going to put it?
Oh yeah. Not under there, not under
Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So if you want to do that, start this way and working. No. Cut the other way.
Cut the other way?
Yeah, what you want to do is taper it down.
Oh, right.
So you want to turn it around that way and work towards the end. So if we said 2 o'clock, top one at the 2, bottom one. But come back right up to the end and work it back down. So little short cuts in here and gradually work it down a bit of wood.
Start in there and then come back.
No, start that way and go like that. But work in it little cuts at a time.
Okay.
So you get a long... That's right. And I think try and get your centre section down, because you're taking your strength away by, so you want to go there again, you want a little shortcut into that joint, and then obviously the other way at the bottom. 2 o'clock. And as you get it, turn it more to the upright as you go. Twist it around. More upright. More, as you go in, turn it.
Oh, that way.
Not that way. I would think that would be enough. You just want to sweep it around from back here towards that way, and then do exactly the same and the other way around at the bottom. Don't forget to turn the chisel over as you're going in. Now, go the other way. as you go in, you want to turn the chisel so it becomes, you don't want the edges to cut, so you want to turn, as you go in, turn the chisel and more upward. That's it, like the 180 degrees when it's right in the centre. And so you start at 2 o'clock, and then as you go in, turn it towards 180 degrees. That's it, keep on going. That's it, and then just for the moment, only cut on the front, and the same as you come back that way, you want to go back that way into that way. So you're cutting this way into there, and then when you're doing it that way, you're coming in and twisting into there. Because otherwise you'll get a catch with the other side of the blade. Keep this back down. Might help to get the rest of it closer. Because you're using the spindle guys, obviously they're not as strong as the but you want to keep, as I said, what you're trying to do is keep that back edge to compress the wood. So you're compressing the wood with the back edge as you're cutting with the front. So the idea is that you're pressing there, that compresses the wood fibres, and then you don't do whatever. But you've got to watch both. Getting a better cut, aren't you?
Yeah.
Than what you were getting before, but it is about compressing the wood sort of with the back of it. So you're trying to rub that on there, and then as you go round, you've got to go round like that, because you don't want
you're coming flat.
Catching the other side.
So you're coming flat and then round.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or even you can start, well, as you said, about 10 o'clock or 2 o'clock, obviously 10 o'clock that way. Then when you come that way, it's 2 o'clock. And as you go round, you're steepening it in.
Okay.
Alright?
Yeah.
That one you want to go in, you want that one to be sort of steeper.
What's going like that?
Yeah, you want to try and go square. Bring it around so that's going in square and going like that. Clean that edge up and down. Oh, it's about splitting there before, is it? Splitting.
It must have been. Didn't notice that.
No, that's it. As I said, that's it. So basically just want to clean that into that area, and obviously a little bit deeper because you're, I mean, you could do it with a skew. Do you want to try with a skew or?
Yeah, do it right.
So obviously when you roll the spew, you're doing it that way, and you want to come up a bit higher on the rest because it's more. So you're basically you've got to rub this one on there, and you've got to make sure you don't get you're cutting with that and going like peeling it around basically. Alright, yeah, but do watch out because you can get some catches with this. Not too close. That's it, so you're peeling it around, but just, as we say, keep it clear and just raise the butt, and then as you go round. Alright. Bottom bit of the tool. Not the top, not the top. Use the bottom bit of the tool. Let's push it up. Yeah, and let's push it up. So you can see you get a lot cleaner cuts, see? Because but you've got to be using the bottom half of the tool, the top half, whatever way. But no, if you want to cut in sort of a V, then you go the other way up, that way. But when you're doing this, you're peeling and you're cutting with the bottom bit of the tool and sweeping it.
So if I go the other way then?
Yeah, that's it. But do keep the top out the way. Right, we'll start it then. Maybe come down a little bit lower. Once you get the hang of it, it does do a clean, it almost does a cut that you don't need the sand on. Don't cut backwards with it. Yeah, just sweep it that way. Just sweep it around. Maybe if you go around more, so just more like that. Yeah. Is that right?
Just try one of these a minute.
I take it this is really a levelling stone, isn't it?
Eh? There's two different sides on that.
Yeah, it's a levelling stone, isn't it?
Want a bit of wet on it. Yeah, put a bit of spit on it.
Bit difficult with a face mask and a bit. Hang on.
There's water over there, anyway.
Not going to be very successful with a face mask and You get a much cleaner cut, you see, because when you sand that.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you're looking to get, because obviously it's a lot cleaner cut. So obviously we need to sweep this one down,
Yeah.
and then sweep that down, and then obviously we need to clean that up.
Yeah. Right.
Not this one's a bit short.
I don't want that. Doing again?
This one's done, we've done that one. So we can bring it around that one. Using the bottom bit. That's the top.
Are they?
Yeah. You want to use the tip of the... That's it, use the tip. There, mate. You want to do it that way, don't you? Let's still want a little bit more for there. And still flat there.
Yeah.
Surprising, you think got it in the centres. Did a little bit more, yeah. But it's coming up nicely, isn't it? Very little tool marks and whatever. But as I said, it's a peeling cut really, just sort of peeling it away. But the thing is, don't try and get too greedy, just take fine little cuts with it. Because at the end of the day, look, as you get more experience, you can take heavier cuts with it. Just going that way, don't do any. You've got all that bevel, basically you want to drop.
That's good.
The handle down and then bring it up and then close. And then the handle down. Sorry, that's all. No, And obviously,
that's good.
you can just saw that
Yeah.
off and clean it out. And what I took off was obviously.
Yeah, no, it's still worth it, yeah.
So obviously you don't want to do the same up here.
You shouldn't move the guide when he's turning.
Huh?
You shouldn't move the guide when he's turning.
No, true.
No.
There, I just want to take that one back in. You
Yeah.
can either finish that one off at that, or, yeah, I should just
I think I'll finish it off with that.
I should finish it off there. Obviously take it down to, go careful because you'll take that down fairly well. But you just want to obviously finish that down to a sort of about 1/4 of an inch.
Yeah.
Get your sandpaper out and there we go. Put it down. There. As I say, don't let it get so hot. If it gets uncomfortable for your fingers, it's uncomfortable for the wood. Not too bad. Oh, it's gone, isn't it? It's broken on there.
So you're cutting it.
Yeah. You've got a saw?
There's a little one just behind you, I think. You go.
Yeah. Just obviously take that off. How do you want to finish it?
I'll try the white wax on it.
Right then. You might just work a little bit of glue in there.
Yeah, can do. We're putting wood glue into it.
Yeah, I think it's worthwhile.
Right,
There's one for the bottom if you want to put one in the bottom.
I don't know.
Also gives you something to hold on to when you're trying to stain it.
No, I don't think it is, no.
I was listening to somebody and he was turning something and he said, I put a bottle of CA glue in that crack. And I'm thinking a bottle of CA glue costs about £6 or £7, doesn't it? And you think if you're putting, you know, you go into that level, you just will get some proper filler and put in rather than. Anyway, so I mean, there's plenty of variations you can do on that. As I said, you can make it like a Christmas ornament like we've done there, or if you only just put the one hole and a little stick, you can make it into like a bird box. I quite actually like the spindle turning because you're not using expensive bits of wood, are you?
No.
Any old bit of branch or softwood would do for that, as opposed to obviously with the turning bowls and things like that, you're talking sort of £15 or £20 bit of wood, aren't you?
Yeah.
Right then. How are we getting on? Take my hat with me because I think I'll need it this afternoon, and it's quite a strong breeze out there.
Surprising how windy it is lately.
Yeah. When's that coming up? Oh,
I don't know.
obviously it's a pity that we couldn't do it on the lathe. I just took it down a bit too thin there. I thought when you were sanding it, it was rocking about a bit. I thought,
Yeah. I'm trying not to press too hard, but
yeah. Well, no, it's I said, you've got to learn on something somewhere, haven't you? Once you get the technique of peeling it around, it does. As I said, once you get you don't need the sanding, basically. But it's like. It's not a 5-minute pickup, if you know what I mean.
No.
But I think once you get it down to an art, then it's definitely, if you're going to do spindle work, it's the way to go, because you can get in with that more in a way than what you can with a gouge.
Yeah.
I mean, certainly if you're doing rounds, it's better. Obviously, hollows you can't really do with it.
No, that's right.
But for doing rounds and what have you, it's an easier. And as I said, if you did it with a gouge, you probably got a lot more sanding to do. But that, as I said, the finishes, even on softwood, which is easy to sort of damage, it comes up a reasonable finish, doesn't it? And as I said, once you get used to getting your chisel at the right angle for the grind you got on it, obviously that helps, but that takes a bit of practice, because obviously it's somebody else has ground them for their way of doing it, and obviously we all hold the chisels slightly differently or at slightly different angles. And, I mean, you see some of them, they've got straight across ground paring chisels, some of them got on the angle like you've got, and some of them have almost got like a rounded front edge on them. Not, sort of, not round, is, curved then, let's put it that way. And then obviously when you get this, you're almost onto miniature curving tools here. Miniature tools here.
Lathe tools,
Yeah, because that's too big for it really. That one's just about passing.
Coming in.
Yeah.
I got some little smaller
well, you could
ones
almost
there,
use ordinary chisels, I would think, but the problem with
I have used ordinary chisels.
yeah, but the problem is obviously they're not built for the
stress.
for the overhang, so you get the vibration with them, don't you? Right.
Well, I don't know. It's not too bad.
Providing the thing's still working. As I said, obviously, what I've done with mine is, as I said, obviously, I've sort of done the top as if it's thatch. So I did it yellow, and then I put the grinder in and put some lines down like it.
What would look nice is if, say, you had red in the.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. As I said, obviously, you could spend another half an hour
sanding it up and things. Yeah.
But just for a quick demonstration on how to make a Christmas ornament and decorating, it's another
one.
Yeah, I mean, you get the filler and the paint on there and start playing about with the varnish and the rest of it. You can get it looking a bit more. Anyway, bit of a look. Well, there's that's something that I did. Obviously, that's off centre turning the face and too close.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having a go at a female body shape. Yeah, you mean it's
that is off centre. That's 2 or 3, maybe even 4 centres on that.